So Espire 2's release is just around the corner. It's a Quest 2 exclusive, and I don't have a Quest 2. Digital Lode found the one thing to keep me at bay. And due to financial reasons, I probably won't be able to make Espire 2 content until 2023. Just to remind them of my existence, I'm going to go through both of the previous glitches videos and say what I think causes each and every single one. I feel like I should clarify. Espire 1 is my favorite VR game. I love it, Digital Lode has done an amazing job on it, and I fully support them with everything they do in the future. This video was made mostly for education with a little bit of entertainment mixed in. This video is going to be a lot more technical than my regular videos, so if you don't like that, or don't care, then feel free to click off. All of this is simply speculation for what I know about computer science, programming, and game development. Unless I have the source code in front of me, I cannot be certain about what causes each thing. Before we begin, I want to go over some terminology I will use throughout the video. A prop is anything you can pick up with little to no extra code. Things like coffee cups and chairs are what I refer to as props, as they are mostly decoration. Scripted entities are like props, but have a substantial amount of code required to function. This includes laptops, security cameras, control panels, and the helicopter. NPC is short for non-player character. This refers to hostages, guards, and the 3 people with you in the control theater. A loading zone is an area used by the game to load or unload large sections of the map. The most obvious example is airlocks, but there are some other more obscure ones. Anyway, on to the video. The hostage takers have a hard time understanding that you've taken away their toys. Normally when you hold up a guard, they surrender. Let me assure you, dear child, with the hostage takers, surrender isn't a word in their programming. They will prioritize executing hostages over any form of self-preservation. If you disarm them, instincts will tell them to violate Article 3 of the Common Geneva Conventions. But they physically cannot.
If there are 2 hostage takers guarding a hostage, you only need to kill one of the hostage takers for the hostage to be considered saved. The other hostage taker will just let the hostage run away.
Hostages are only paired with one guard. Any other guards in the room are just kind of third-wheeling on what the hostage and the hostage taker have.
Espire Instinct allows you to throw things much further and faster than you would be able to normally.
Espire Instinct slows everything down to 6% speed. And with a bit of math, we can learn that it's an ugly number and difficult to illustrate, so I'm just going to use 5%. 1/20th speed for simplicity's sake. When the game slows down to 1/20th speed, the physics also slow down, but your hands do not. As far as the physics is concerned, you are moving 20 times faster than you actually are, and are therefore throwing objects with 20 times more force.
The Jacobson drone is incredibly light and bouncy for something of its bulk.
Most props have roughly the same mass. It's believable for tossing a water cooler to be as easy as a soda can for a robot from the future. But the drone is so much larger that the lack of weight stands out.
Walking on the laptops at the start of 1.4 can send you flying.
The laptop's one of the few things that collide with both the floor and the Espire unit. Unreal Engine doesn't like having a laptop being sandwiched between the unit and the floor, so with the help of some physics jank, the unit goes flying away.
If a gun is on the floor, laying still for a few moments, it will no longer be affected by gravity. Shooting it while it is in this state will cause it to float away.
Physics simulations in general use a lot of processing power. Guns go into a sleep mode after a few minutes of idleness and just ignore gravity. Gravity is only re-enabled when a player grabs the gun, so shooting it without gravity will not turn the gravity back on, and the gun will just float away.
If you die while in the air, your corpse can be seen floating there, menacingly.
Ay, 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 ay.
Espire unit corpses are not props. They are unmovable and unaffected by gravity.
With the infinite ammo cheat active, you are unable to manually reload. You can only reload by putting the gun to your hip.
I have no idea what causes this.
With the Army Men cheat active, ragdolls become grotesque abominations.
Ragdolls with the Army Men cheat have the same ragdoll size as normal guards. The smaller model gets stretched and deformed to fit the size of the normal guard ragdoll, and the resulting corpse has lanky limbs of freakishly disproportionate length.
With the infinite charge cheat active, you cannot repair the Espire unit indefinitely. There is a hard-coded limit to how much you can repair. With the tiny Espire cheat active, you are unable to open the storage case in 1.1.
The Espire unit is too short to reach the handle. It's not really a bug, it's just funny.
The sawed-off shotgun is the only weapon that can be holstered on both the chest and the hips.
It's not really a bug, it's just a cool feature I wanted to draw attention to.
You can stick the barrel of guns through thin walls in order to shoot through them.
You've evaded capture.
Bullet projectiles are spawned slightly in front of the barrel rather than inside the gun. So if you jam the barrel into a thin wall, the bullet spawns on the other side of the wall.
Physics to keep up. You can use physics props as improvised weapons in order to knock out guards. Some, like the water cooler and white chair, are surprisingly effective.
It's not really a bug, but it's still really fun.
If you bop a dead guard with a prop, they will display the unconscious indicator over their head, even though they are dead.
The game doesn't properly check if guards are already dead before applying the unconscious indicator. Hitting dead guards will make the game think the guard was just knocked out, display the unconscious indicator, without first checking if the guard was already dead.
The texture and model for the suppressed SMG, golden gun, and silver shotgun all change while holstered.
The model for the weapons when holstered are much lower poly. This is intentional to save processing power on the headshot.
One of the more interesting bugs I've encountered is that if you grab the suppressor of a pistol or the stock of a two-handed weapon, the game will say you're holding them, but you won't be able to use them.
I have no idea what caused this.
Going through a loading zone restocks the armory. You can use this to get more ammo for weapons or dual-wield weapons that you normally wouldn't be able to.
The guns are spawned on the armory loads, as opposed to when the level starts, so entering and leaving the general area of the armory will make the game think, armory just loaded in, I need to spawn the guns.
The amount of ammo you get is dependent on how many times you restock the armory. As the final boss of the campaign, the fight with Scale provides the players a challenging enemy and a sufficient climax of the story. However,
Evaded capture. Lie low.
you can Goomba Stomp Scale, and that will instantly kill him.
All guards can die if the Espire unit lands on them, and Scale is no exception. He may have a lot of health, but an Espire unit crushing your spine is an Espire unit crushing your spine.
Even if you mess up the execution, don't worry, because he will put his hands up and surrender to you.
I have no idea what caused this, and I haven't been able to reliably replicate it.
After sufficiently knocking out Scale, if you shoot his unconscious body, he will continue to make his pain sounds, even though he is not conscious.
Similar to hitting dead guards and having the unconscious indicator appear, the game doesn't check to make sure Scale is up and kicking before playing the pain sounds.
Capture. Lie low. They'll be on the lookout. That'll be the end of him. Agent, we're almost there. We've almost secured the longevity of the Espire project, our greatest success.
Colonel Pyre's post-fight dialogue plays when you knock Scale out, and will play again when you kill him.
That'll be the end of him. Agent, we're
If I have to
almost
say
there. We've almost secured
broken
the
unconscious
longevity of
check
the
one
Espire
more
project,
time, I'm
our
going to have an
greatest
aneurysm.
The fight with Scale seals the exit. If you have not already completed all objectives, you will be trapped in the arena and forced to restart the mission.
While the blast doors closing was intentional so Scale doesn't wander off, them not reopening after the fight is an issue that needs to be fixed.
Completing mission 1.2 and 1.5 send you back to the menu.
Okay, Agent, please stand by.
Objective complete. Welcome back, Agent.
This is probably because of leftover code from the forced challenges after those missions.
Need a minute to access the lift programming. Hold tight.
Objective complete. Welcome, Espire Agent.
This doorway in 1.4 is empty. There is nothing stopping the player from going through it and falling out of bounds.
I have no idea what caused this.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
The two unsuppressed pistols just before the helipad in 1.6 are very broken if you take them to an airlock.
I have no idea what caused this.
And on the left.
Minutes.
Placing props on guard patrol routes and watching them trip is as effective as it is funny.
Control. Someone KO.
Guard pathfinding was not designed for going around obstacles the player had placed. Paired with being programmed to be knocked out when they touch a prop, guards will be knocked out when they stub their toe on a chair
You've
left in
evaded
control
capture.
room.
Lie low. They'll be on the lookout.
KO'd one of my guys. Whoever. Stand down. Team, something's wrong. I think we've got company. If you come out now, I'll let you live.
There is no limit to
That'll
how
be the
many
end of
times
him.
Colonel
That'll be
Pyre
the end
can
of
say,
him.
that'll be the end of him.
That'll be
Once
the end of
again,
him.
the game's
That'll
not
be the end
checking
of
if the
him.
person
That'll
is
be the end
yada
of him.
yada yada
That'll be
yada
the end of
yada.
him.
You already
That'll
know
be the end of
this.
him. Agent, we're almost there. We've almost secured the longevity of the Espire project, our greatest success. That'll be the end of him. 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 Agent, we're almost there. We've almost secured.
The tranquilizer
should
gun
be a
on
pneumatic
Baker's
pistol
desk
on the
has
desk
infinite
upstairs.
ammo until you shoot the lock on the vent.
Intentional soft lock prevention so that you can't run out of duck before shooting the
To
vent,
get out of here, you'll
including
have
in
to
the
break
glitch
lock off
video
that
is
event.
mean of me.
Why don't you shoot it with the trank pistol?
Espire unit. No bells and whistles on this one.
Mary,
If you possess a new unit in 1.1, you will spawn with a tranquilizer, even if you haven't gotten the one in Baker's office.
Units spawn with a trank gun when first possessed, so this can be used to get a trank pistol early.
Something about this makes it impossible to complete calibration and get the repair tool.
Everything match up?
As to why this causes calibration to fail, I genuinely have no idea.
Espire
With the
agent.
one-hit kill Espire cheat active, you will not die from the electric gate in
You should count.
1.1.
How does it feel? Finally, holster your
The gate damage either scales with max health, or makes the enemy bullets deal insane damage, and the gate isn't considered an enemy bullet.
If you clip a gun out of bounds, it will come back with a full mag. You can exploit this for effectively infinite ammo.
When a gun falls out of bounds, it gets deleted and a copy is placed near you. This copy has a full mag. If you can reliably clip guns out of bounds, it can be exploited for infinite ammo.
The roof of the area, just before the scale fight, has no collision.
This is intentional optimization. There's no sane person who ever climbed to the ceiling, and not having collision saves processing power.
While it can take some time, you are able to
Mary's
punch
saying
the
there's an
Jacob
active radio
syndrome to death.
signature ahead.
Looks like
Punches deal damage just like guns, so punching even the tankiest of enemies will eventually knock them out.
Thrown down.
ほう、向かってくるのか。逃げずにこのディオに近づいてくるのか。
近づかなきゃてめえをぶちのめせないんでな。
ほうほう。では十分近づくがよい。
This specific water cooler in 1.1 allows you to literally fly.
That one specific water cooler is both grabbable and climbable. The cooler will move with the player when grabbed, but the player will move with the cooler when climbing. Doing both at once means both are in constant motion. To anyone at Digital Lode seeing this, please leave it in the game or have something similar that you can enable with cheats, because flying around with this water cooler is one of the most fun things I've ever done in VR.
You'll have to break the lock off that air vent.
You'll have to
A
crouch
few
to get in
Copperhead
there.
guards
Just duck
can
into the air
spawn in
vent.
Baker's
Espire will
office
mimic your
if you
body
come back
movements.
after leaving through the vent.
Agent crouch to get into the
These
vent.
guards are present if you play the game on VR operative difficulty. As to why they're present in the normal mode only when you come back, I have no idea.
I'm very interested in security, alright?
If you go through a loading zone or Espire vision runs out, you will have permanent Espire vision in the loading zone.
After the player turns on Espire vision, guards will be visible through walls and wait until they are told to go back to normal. If the guards are unloaded when that signal comes, they will not go back to normal and will have the thermal effect permanently.
Want another loop? Let's do another round. Stay focused. Once more around. Resuming patrol. Want another loop? Control. Mine. Is that you?
If you hit a guard from very far away with a tranquilizer, they will not ragdoll when they die.
Charlie.
Because of the sheer distance between the unit and the guard, the game has trouble replacing conscious guard script with unconscious guard script. So the guard AI is just deleted, leaving the soulless husk of a man behind.
Now it's detecting... What in the world is that?
Ah, some kind of signal. Right nearby. I think it's an Espire beacon?
Must be one of the...
Spamming the golden gun can cause extreme frame drops.
No, 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 no! Wait! Wait!
The golden gun has significant bullet drop. I think each bullet is running a physics simulation, and since physics simulations use a lot of processing power, the headset has to slow down when multiple bullets are being simulated at once.
Something about bullet physics allows you to clip through walls and doors if you shoot yourself in the foot. In this video, I use it to clip through an airlock and take 56 seconds off of the previous world record for 1.3.
This is really just speculation. Similar to how stepping on laptops sends you flying, something about bullet physics will cause very small but fast movements if you shoot yourself
Looks
just
like you're a
right.
heavily armored
These fast
player
movements
tricks in
can
the
be
tunnels
used to
ahead.
put through walls and doors.
They'll take a lot more punishment than your average soldier. Find a way to stun them, avoid them altogether, or aim for the head.
Oh, no. Please. I've got a fight.
Agent, you have checking security protocols. Agent, stand by.
Objective complete.
Good work, Agent. Mission success.
The training guns are fully functional firearms. You can disable the motion lock by possessing a new unit, and then glitch through the gate similar to the last clip in order to take them to the rest of the level.
I assume the training guns are just some guns with a gun code template for grip and holster functionality, but the gun code made it so they're working guns. Disabling movement lock when possessing a new unit should stay in the game, even if it's a bug, because possessing a new unit during movement lock would also have the movement lock on the new unit, potentially soft-locking the player.
Agent, grab both pistols from the table in front of you. Great. Now, let's test your belt holster. Okay, belt holster magnets. Initialized. Grab those pistols again.
HQ, this is 1-5 Delta. 1043, I think I've hit...
Attention all units. We have a critical security breach. Find and eliminate any intruder.
Be careful. The enemy is going... They've lowered the security level. Don't let them discover you again.
Agent, if you get lost, take your repair tool and drop it on the ground. It'll show a path towards the next objective. Agent, the main shutter door is locked. To open it, flip the breaker switch. You can see it up near the ceiling on the gantry.
Dispatch someone to investigate and report.
Hey, on me! That's gotta be it!
Oh.